with there becoming an increased reliance on brand and messaging, like brand being a very important, and I always call it, it's a business asset. When done well, at the end of the day, it actually becomes a business asset. And I know that you agree on that as well. But you said, in some ways, in kind of a funny way, it's like returning back to how it was in the olden days. And I'm, throwing up air quotes here, but
So you calling me old? What's
no,
happening here?
I'm calling me old too. Hey, look, I was in the MySpace era too, but the funny thing is that, all of these things that we talk about today, which is to say, brand is important. You need to be speaking to a specific audience. There needs to be kind of like a rhyme and a reason to why people are connected to your space and to your property. You're right. That's just returning to what marketing and brand really means at its core. And I think what's funny about this transition from 2002 to 2022 is that, even though it went from non-digital to digital, we're now still having sort of a similar conversation, even though there's quite a few other pieces of the technology stack involved.
Yeah, without a doubt. Because what happened in the middle ground, and I know we've spoken a little bit about this, is where you could target everything so perfectly, so precisely, and you had all this demographic data. You had which was now, as we're looking back even today, it's like, oh geez, that there's privacy laws that are coming into place for the right reasons, for good reasons, because you could target things and people so specifically, or groups of people so specifically, that we don't probably want those things as a society. But your messaging didn't have to be as good, because the targeting was so much more effective. You didn't have to rely on the brand and the messaging to attract people to it. You could just go right to them very easily. Now, you could still do the targeting, which is an important part of what we do on the demand gen side to some degree, but you very much need the messaging and the branding and the imagery to help stand out and attract the audience that you're trying to attract. So those are really the key things, and some of the sort of transformations that have happened in just the past 3 or 4 years or so.